A sad milestone in the coronavirus fight. The AP now alerting that more than 200,000 confirmed deaths worldwide from the coronavirus. That is according to the Johns Hopkins University researchers who are keeping track of this. And now we dig into the economic destruction that has been caused by the coronavirus, not only around the world, but specifically here in the United States. We bring in the Labor Secretary, Eugene Scalia. We appreciate you being here, sir. Thank you. And dig into those projections for unemployment quarterly by the CBO that came out. Q1, 14%, which we're already over and through. Q2, 16%. Q3, 11.7%. It is hard to imagine, as Jillian said, that things are going to get worse for people being laid off.
Well, we released at the Labor Department some difficult numbers this week, too, showing that now more than 26 million Americans have filed for unemployment in the last 5 weeks. That's just hard to see, and we recognize the sacrifice that's being made by so many Americans across the country to beat this virus. And what makes it even more painful is remembering how strong the economy was a month and a half ago. We just had an exceptional economy with record low unemployment and rising wages, and the mission now is to get back there. I do think that a silver lining is how we got here. This was a public health response, not an underlying weakness to the economy. And I think we have time now to get back to where we were as we reopen.
There's a lot of worry, though, that the response to this, as good-hearted and well-meaning as it is putting in some fundamental weaknesses to the economy. The CARES Act means states can extend unemployment benefits by up to 13 weeks, $600 additional of unemployment benefits for up to 39 weeks on top of the unemployment benefits you're getting from the state. And states allowed to provide maximum flexibility for reimbursing employers. And I've talked to a number of small business owners who say this is basically an incentive for people to stay on the unemployment rolls and is going to make the recovery slower. Is it time to maybe take a scalpel to some of these acts that have been done?
Well, I think it was important for the president to move so quickly as he did to help Americans who are being put out of employment right now, and that's what the CARE Act did. Let me emphasize, Leland, that you don't get unemployment if you quit work because you want to get that unemployment check. You need to be laid off against your will. And likewise,
I guess the question is
once those jobs become available to workers, we at the Labor Department expect the workers to leave unemployment and go back to jobs. And we've been working closely with the states to help them get these payments out.
You're not worried that people who are making more on unemployment than they would back washing dishes or landscaping, et cetera, are going to stay on unemployment. They're going to take less money to go back to work.
We're keeping an eye on that. Again, we've been working closely with the states, underscoring for them the importance that as we reopen, they take a look at employers that are saying, hey, we're ready to bring people back, and work with the employer community to make sure that happens. I also don't think it's going to make sense for individual workers to pass on a job for a couple extra months of unemployment benefits too. But we'll keep an eye on it. Meanwhile, we finally got the Paycheck Protection Program refunded, which is a program I've thought is so important. What it does is provides loans to small business to help them keep their workers on payroll. So again, Leland, as we reopen, those workers are there ready to go. I was saddened
real quick,
to see,
Mr. Secretary, I hate to interrupt you, but I want to get to this last point. This was about now between $2.5 trillion and $3 trillion that has been spent so far on the coronavirus handouts, bailouts, call them whatever you want to say. That's a lot of money. Is there a time when we're going to have to start thinking about how much all of this costs, not just spend at whim because this is a crisis?
Two quick points, Julian. First, on Paycheck Protection, that is a good program. I'm glad it's being funded again. I was saddened to see the Democratic leadership delay that for a few days, and I thought during that time of the small businesses and workers that weren't getting that support they'd need. Looking forward, I think you're right. We need to be careful and remember that part of what gave us that very robust economy we had was a lack of unnecessary burdens, restrictions, constraints on business. Free markets, free Americans are going to be very important to this rebound too. And as we look toward any potential future action out of Congress, we need to avoid it becoming a frenzy of new obligations, restrictions, and the like. We need to let our economy come back to life.
It's an important question in terms of what the recovery is going to look like, and you just pointed out some of the things that might influence that. As we look at the CBO numbers, the discussion of this V-shaped recovery where things are just going to snap back when everybody reopens, that seemed feasible and perhaps even realistic when everything was going to shut down for 15 days to slow the spread. We've been at this now for 45 plus days. Is there a reason to set expectations a little bit differently in terms of what this recovery is going to look like?
It's uncharted territory. We know that. We've never seen unemployment numbers this high, but on the other hand, we've never had them taken as a purposeful public health measure. There was a poll yesterday from AP showing that 78% of Americans unemployed expect to return to their jobs. I really liked that number, but you're right, Leland. It is important to be very focused now on the reopening so we can reconnect workers to jobs while those jobs are still there.
Well, Mr. Secretary, we appreciate your time on a Saturday. I know you've got a busy day of meetings as well coming up, and we appreciate it. We'll have you back as this continues.
My pleasure.
Thank you, sir.